Next story. Unraveling the chain of reactions. Perovskite solar cells, made from a family of materials with a unique crystal structure, have long held promise for their potential to enable highly efficient and cost-effective solar energy conversion. However, these devices have been plagued by issues of stability and performance degradation, particularly in those containing high levels of bromide. A new study, published in Nature Energy, offers a potential solution to this problem through the use of redox mediators with redox and defect passivating capabilities. These additives are able to suppress halide migration, a key factor in the degradation of perovskite solar cells. The research, led by Alex K.Y. Jen and colleagues at City University of Hong Kong and the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, demonstrates a high open circuit voltage of 1.35 volts in wide bandgap perovskite solar cells, resulting in an improved efficiency of perovskite organic tandem solar cells, which reaches 25.22%, certified efficiency of 24.27%. The use of redox shuttles to mitigate halide segregation through cyclical defect recovery has been gaining recognition in recent years. However, the use of redox additives in perovskite solar cells has been scarce. The researchers take it further by introducing ammonium or phenylethylammonium groups as countercations, resulting in a not only suppression of photo-induced halide segregation by reducing iodide oxidation but also enhancement of the open circuit voltage by passivating defects and reducing non-radiative recombination. The researchers investigate the impact of the defect passivating function by comparing anthraquinone-based redox mediators with different countercations. They show that redox mediators containing ammonium or phenethylammonium species result in a more significant suppression of non-radiative recombination and larger increase in open circuit voltage, with the best performance obtained with the phenethylammonium countercation. The study represents a significant step forward in the development of high-efficiency, high-stability tandem solar cells. The approach of simultaneously tackling detrimental redox reactions and defects in perovskite solar cells has the potential to improve the device stability of these other perovskite solar cells, and could be combined with other optimization strategies in tandem cells to further improve performance. While the work of Jen and team illustrates the importance of this approach, there is still work to be done to optimize the use of redox mediators and defect passivation in perovskite solar cells. The combined use of redox mediators and defect passivation can be explored to improve the device stability of these other perovskite solar cells. In tandem cells, the redox and passivation approach developed by Jen and team could be combined with other optimization strategies, such as optimization of the interconnect layer, perovskite, charge transport layer interfaces, or organic subcell, to further improve the performance of the devices. Source: Jurassic, AB, 2024. Breaking the Reaction Chain. Nat Energy, 2024. DOI.org. Next story. Reaching new heights in weightlifting. Next story. Pushing the boundaries of iron chemistry, the creation of a long-sought iron, 7, complex. Iron, the fourth most abundant element on Earth, is vital to countless biological processes due to its ability to participate in redox reactions. Its prevalence in biological systems is primarily due to its abundance and its ability to cycle between its most common oxidation states, Fe2 and Fe3. However, iron can also be found in higher oxidation states in enzyme active sites, such as the heme cofactor, or directly attached to the protein framework in non-heme iron enzymes, where it can access high-valent oxidation states of +4 or greater. High-valent iron oxo species have garnered significant attention due to their importance in both biological and synthetic catalysis. These species are often challenging to isolate, owing to their intrinsically reactive nature. Nevertheless, the past 25 years have seen an explosion in the number of structurally characterized non-heme iron, IV, and iron, V, complexes. These complexes typically feature axial pi donors, such as oxo, O2-, amido, Nr2-, and nitrido, N3-, ligands, which stabilize high oxidation states via iron ligand multiple bonds. In their latest study, Meyer, Muntz, De Beer, and co-workers have synthesized the newest member of the Fe-Vi family, an octahedral nitrido complex supported by a tris-carbene amine ligand, 1 in Fig. 1a, Ref. 12. Even more remarkably, the team has demonstrated that this complex undergoes 1 electron oxidation to yield an Fe7 complex 2. Although 2 is metastable and needs to be generated at temperatures below -50 degrees Celsius, the researchers were able to characterize the superoxidized complex with multiple spectroscopic techniques. The significance of this achievement cannot be overstated, as the synthesis and characterization of a bona fide Fe7 complex represents a major step forward in the decades-long quest to prepare ion complexes with ever higher oxidation states. The team's work brings us one step closer to the oxidation limit of iron by preparing an Fe8 complex with an empty set of 3d orbitals. This breakthrough hints that iron-7 nitridocomplexes like 2 are potent oxidants, and future efforts will seek to direct this reactivity towards productive ends, such as enabling organic transformations. The team's success in synthesizing 2 also demonstrates the power of nitridocomplexes, further expanding the potential of this versatile ligand in coordination chemistry. This study highlights the importance of pushing the boundaries of chemistry and the potential that lies within the exploration of high-valent ion complexes. With the successful synthesis and characterization of a long-sought iron-7 complex, the potential for future discoveries in the field of ion chemistry is vast and exciting. Source: Fiedler, A.T., and Devkota, L. 2024. Lifting Iron Higher and Higher. Nature Chemistry, 1-2. DOI.org. Next story. Unveiling the secrets of interlayer confinement. In a groundbreaking study published in Nature Materials, Manuel Langle and colleagues have successfully created and directly visualized two-dimensional, 2D, noble gas solids, a long-sought goal in the field of condensed matter physics. The researchers achieved this by inserting noble gas atoms, such as xenon and krypton, into the gap between graphene layers using ultra-low energy ion irradiation. Once inside the 2D container, the noble gas atoms and clusters remain highly mobile, only becoming stationary when pinned to defects associated with negative curvature in graphene. This deformation provides a pocket that exerts pressure on the encapsulated species, keeping the cluster in a 2D shape for a sufficient duration, allowing for image acquisition. Interestingly, the study revealed that as the cluster size increases, the local curvature change in graphene becomes more even, leading to a decrease in pressure exerted on the clusters and an increase in interatomic distance. When the cluster size is large enough and the corresponding pressure is sufficiently low, clusters undergo a solid-to-liquid transformation and lose their strict 2D shape. This phenomenon, which goes against common sense that smaller clusters have a lower melting point and are more prone to phase transition, is partially attributed to the larger deformation needed to accommodate Xe clusters between graphene layers and the lower pressure required for the solid-liquid transformation of Xe clusters at room temperature. The creation of 2D noble gas solids provides an opportunity for studies in fundamental condensed matter physics, ranging from atomic arrangements and orientational order to lattice dynamics, symmetry breaking, and phase transition. This research also opens up the possibility of implanting and encapsulating various elements, either gaseous, liquid, or solid phase species, in the gaps between van der Waals layers, stimulating future research on other 2D confined systems. The precise control of the confined atoms at a particular spatial location could lead to potential applications in electronics, quantum information, energy conversion, and other fields. With this study, Langle and colleagues have taken a significant step towards understanding and harnessing the potential of 2D confined systems. Source: www.nature.com. Next story. The creation of a six-legged mouse embryo, unveiling the fascinating experiment. In a groundbreaking discovery, a team of scientists has grown a mouse embryo with 6 legs, challenging our understanding of how organisms develop. This extraordinary research, published in Nature Communications, reveals the crucial role of a gene pathway in determining the fate of a primordial structure and provides new insights into the complex world of embryonic development. The story began when the researchers, led by developmental biologist Moises Malo, inactivated the TGFBR1 gene in mouse embryos during their mid-stage of development. The goal was to study the gene's impact on spinal cord development. However, the experiment took an unexpected turn when one of Malo's graduate students, Anastasia Lozovska, noticed that one of the bioengineered embryos had genitals that resembled 2 extra hind limbs. Further investigation revealed that the TGFBR1 gene played a critical role in directing the primordial structures to become either genitalia or hind limbs. When the gene was deactivated, the primordial structures developed into extra limbs instead of genitals. This research has opened up new avenues for understanding the intricate relationship between genetics and embryonic development. The team plans to investigate the effects of TGFBR1 and its relatives on DNA structure in other systems, such as metastatic cancer and immune function. They will also explore the development of the reptilian hemipenis, a double penis found in snakes that forms from primordial organs instead of legs. The six-legged mouse embryo is a significant breakthrough in developmental biology, shedding light on the complex mechanisms that govern embryonic development and offering a new perspective on how genes influence the growth and formation of organisms. The findings also have the potential to impact research in various fields, from cancer and immune function to reproductive biology and evolution. This groundbreaking discovery highlights the importance of genetic research and its potential to revolutionize our understanding of embryonic development and its implications for human health and disease. References: Lozowska, A. al. Nature Commune. DOI.org. 2024. Next story. FTX collapse. Crypto-funded researchers struggle with Sam Bankman-Fried's sentencing. In a dramatic turn of events, Sam Bankman-Fried, the former CEO of the bankrupt cryptocurrency exchange FTX, was sentenced to 25 years in prison after being convicted of fraud and money laundering. The collapse of FTX has had far-reaching implications, including for research organizations and scientists who received funding from the company's charitable arms. Before its downfall, FTX had allocated tens of millions of dollars to effective altruism, a movement that involves wealthy companies or individuals donating funds to charitable causes and tackling long-term risks to humanity. However, many of these organizations now face pressure to return the money to avoid legal action, causing significant operational costs and distress. One research organization, which chose to remain anonymous, said that the situation was a source of great stress and confusion. They had received funds, in good faith, but were now being pressed to return the money. Jake Eberts, communications director of the medical research advocacy organization One Day Sooner, expressed frustration and disappointment. It appeared, up until the fraud was revealed, that FTX had a genuine interest in making the world a better place, he said. FTX and its parent company, the FTX Foundation, were responsible for managing more than $700 billion in annual cryptocurrency trading and were valued at $32 billion at their peak. However, Bankman-Fried was found to be siphoning money to a sister company and himself, leading to a mass withdrawal of funds by FTX customers and the company declaring bankruptcy in November 2022. Before any fraudulent activity came to light, FTX had announced it would allocate some of its money to scientific organizations, charities, and individual researchers through the FTX Future Fund. The fund awarded more than 250 grants from March 2022. However, the collapse of FTX has left many of these organizations in a difficult situation, as they are now required to return the funds or face possible legal action. One of the largest recipients of FTX Future Fund grants was Lightcone Infrastructure, a California-based company that promotes projects to tackle long-term goals for humanity. Lightcone received approximately $4 million from FTX, which amounted to around 50 to 60% of its total funds. The collapse of FTX had a huge effect on Lightcone, with the funds allocated to pay for the Lightcone offices in Berkeley, California, which had to close in early 2023, and running the online forum for effective altruists, Less Wrong. The fallout from the FTX collapse is likely to continue, with many charities and organizations that received funds from the company negatively affected. The psychological impacts have been significant, and the perception of effective altruism itself has been damaged. Organizations that received funds from FTX are now grappling with the consequences, facing pressure to return the money at a significant operational cost. As the legal proceedings against Bankman-Fried continue, the future of effective altruism and crypto-funded research remains uncertain. Source: www.nature.com. Next story. March's stunning science visuals, exploding star remnants and more. Next story. Stunning science images for March, from a supernova remnant to a rare whale sighting. Get ready for a visual treat as we take you through some of the most stunning and thought-provoking science images of March, handpicked by Nature's photo team. From the remnants of an exploded star to a rare whale sighting, these images are sure to leave you in awe. Let's start with the stunning 1.3 gigapixel image of the Vela supernova remnant, the remains of a star that exploded more than 10,000 years ago. Captured using the Dark Energy Camera, DE-CAM, at the Cerro Tololo Inter-American Observatory in Chile, the image is DE-CAM's highest resolution picture so far. The bright colors show the interwoven plumes of dust and gas in unprecedented detail. In a rare and exciting sighting, researchers have spotted a gray whale, Escherichia robustus, off the coast of New England. This species was thought to have been almost extinct from the Atlantic Ocean since the 18th century. The animal's presence could be explained by climate change, with sea ice usually preventing these whales from crossing the Northwest Passage. But in recent years, the passage has been largely free of ice during the Northern Hemisphere summer. Moving on to archaeology, researchers have discovered adornments made from the teeth of animals, including bears, elk, and foxes, crafted by Gravitian hunter-gatherers. These ornaments were used by the culture responsible for the iconic Venus of Willendorf figurine. The study revealed more nuanced patterns, indicating that culture and genetics are interconnected but not perfectly aligned. In Texas, the Smokehouse Creek fire, the biggest wildfire ever recorded in the state, has resulted in the destruction of homes, power lines, and other infrastructure. The blaze ripped through an area of more than 400,000 hectares and took 3 weeks to control. In Iceland, a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket released more than 50 small satellites into low Earth orbit before burning up in the atmosphere over the Barents Sea. The phenomenon was captured by a drone and shows the aftermath of the SpaceX spiral, caused by sunlight bouncing off frozen crystals of excess fuel. 3 small moon rovers have been put through rigorous tests to demonstrate their ability to drive autonomously and function as a team without explicit commands from operators. The rovers will be deployed on a future moon mission and used to map and explore the lunar surface using ground-penetrating radar. In Argentina, researchers have discovered ancient art that could be thousands of years older than previously estimated, making them the oldest cave art in Patagonia. Radiocarbon dating of some of the plant-based pigments used to draw abstract shapes suggests that some of the art was created up to 8,200 years ago. The British Wildlife Photography Awards have crowned a drifting football that has been colonized below the waterline by goose barnacles as the overall winner. The image raises awareness about the journey of the ball and the importance of protecting the environment. In Iceland, a fresh eruption on the Reykjanes Peninsula has resulted in molten lava flowing out of a new ground fissure and heading towards the nearby town of Grindavik. Researchers have been closely monitoring volcanic activity in the area. Lastly, a nighttime snap of a long-tongued bat preparing to feed on a banana plant in Costa Rica has won the London Camera Exchange Photographer of the Year competition. The image highlights the importance of preserving natural habitats and the impact of human activities on wildlife. That's all for this month's Stunning Science Images. Join us next month for more exciting and thought-provoking visuals. Source: www.nature.com. Next story. Meet the first planet with a permanent dark side. In a groundbreaking discovery, scientists have found the first planet outside our solar system that has a permanent dark side, that is always in nighttime and a perpetually daytime side. This phenomenon, known as one-to-one tidal locking or tidal synchronization, has been theorized for many exoplanets but has not been confirmed until now. The planet, called LHS 3844b, is a super-Earth, located 48.6 light-years away from Earth. It is 8 times the mass of Earth and orbits its star in just 11 hours. Its proximity to its star makes it an ideal candidate for studying tidal locking. Using data from the Spitzer Space Telescope, researchers from McGill University in Montreal, Canada, analyzed the intensity of light coming off the planet's surface. They found that the surface temperature of LHS 3844b was relatively cool, which suggests that the planet is tidally synchronized. This is the most compelling evidence one could possibly gather with currently existing information or instrumentation, said Emily Rauscher, a theoretical astrophysicist at the University of Michigan. While the study assumes that LHS 3844b has no atmosphere, a 2022 study left room for a thin, Earth-like atmosphere. If the planet does have an atmosphere, it could complicate the argument for tidal synchronization. However, the evidence presented in the study points to tidal synchronization. The discovery of LHS 3844b's tidal synchronization has significant implications for the study of exoplanets and the search for habitable worlds. The James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, set to launch later this year, will allow astronomers to study the rotation of exoplanets that are further away from their stars than LHS 3844b. These planets, which can sustain an atmosphere and mild temperatures, constitute most of the Milky Way's habitable real estate. If the JWST finds them to be tidally synchronized like LHS 3844b, then probably a good fraction of planets, certainly most habitable planets, are tidally locked, said Nicholas Cowan, an astronomer at McGill University and co-author of the study. The discovery of LHS 3844b's tidal synchronization is an exciting development in the study of exoplanets. As scientists continue to explore the universe for habitable worlds, the study of tidal synchronization will be crucial in understanding the conditions necessary for life to thrive. Sources: 1. Liu, X. al., 2024. Evidence for one-to-one tidal locking of the super-Earth LHS 3844b. Astrophysics, J. 964, 152. 2. Creedberg, L. al., 2019. Absence of a thermal emission signal from the super-Earth 55 Cancri E. Nature 573, 87-90. 3. Whitaker, E. A. al., 2022. Transit timing variations and the composition of the sub-Neptune-sized planets orbiting HD 119642. Astron. J. 164, 258.